There is a movement you perform almost every day without thinking about it. You sit down, and then you stand back up. But sometime after 60, something changes. A chair becomes harder to leave. A staircase feels steeper, and movements that once required no thought suddenly require effort. Aging-related physical changes often happen gradually. You don't usually wake up one morning dramatically weaker. Instead, strength and capacity can gradually decline when they are not regularly challenged. It's a case of use it or gradually lose it. Enter the sit-to-stand movement. It seems simple, but it requires multiple systems of your body to work in perfect harmony. From your hips to your core, this movement involves practical lower body strength and essential coordination. Leg strength isn't just about exercise, it's about independence. It's the ability to keep saying yes to ordinary life. Independence is not one giant achievement. It is thousands of small movements performed successfully every day. Clinicians often use a chair rise test to evaluate mobility. It's a window into how your body is serving you. Before you begin, remember, control is more important than speed. And if you feel pain or dizziness, stop and consult a professional. The purpose of exercise after 60 isn't to look younger. It is to stay capable of living your life fully. What do you want to be capable of doing? Longevity without function is different from longevity with independence. The goal isn't to fight aging. It's to be strong enough to stand up and keep going. Stay capable, stay wise. Aging is a quiet process. It doesn't announce itself with a sudden fall. Instead, it moves in the background, subtly shifting how we interact with the world. You might notice it at the grocery store, reaching for a high shelf, or in the garden, where standing up takes just a second longer than it used to. These aren't failures. They're the body's natural response to time. But there's a reality we often overlook. Our physical capacity is like a reservoir. If we aren't replenishing it through movement, the level drops. This gradual loss of muscle mass makes stairs feel steeper. The car door feels heavier. The transition from sitting to standing becomes a conscious decision, rather than a reflex. The good news? This reservoir can be refilled. By understanding these changes, we can take the small steps to preserve our strength, and ultimately, our independence. Stay tuned as we explore the one movement that can change everything. Stay capable. Stay wise. This is Golden Wisdom. We've seen how physical capacity can drift away if left unchallenged, but where do we start the recovery? It begins with a movement so common, we often ignore its complexity. The act of standing up. In the clinical world, this is known as the sit-to-stand. It is the engine of your independence. Think about it. Rising from your bed in the morning, getting out of your favorite armchair, stepping out of a car. Each of these requires a coordinated symphony of your legs, hips, and core. When we stand, we aren't just moving our weight, we are reclaiming our mobility. In this chapter, we'll look at why this specific movement is the foundation for everything else you want to do. Because once you can stand with confidence, the rest of the world starts to feel accessible again. Stay capable. Stay wise. This is Golden Wisdom. When we think of leg strength, we often imagine heavy weights or athletic feats. But for those of us over 60, the meaning is far more profound. It is the silent support system for your entire life. Leg strength is the difference between a walk in the park and a day spent inside. It's the ability to carry a bag of groceries, to navigate a flight of stairs, or to simply get up and greet a friend. Without it, the world begins to shrink. But let's be clear, the goal isn't to become a powerhouse for the sake of it. It's to maintain the capacity to keep saying yes to the things you love, traveling, gardening, and playing with grandchildren. Your legs are the bridge to your experiences. By preserving that strength, you aren't just training for a workout. You are training for the freedom to live on your own terms. Stay capable. Stay wise. This is Golden Wisdom. Independence isn't a giant achievement we reach once. It is a formula, an equation calculated in thousands of small movements every single day. It looks like this: strength plus balance plus mobility plus confidence, and the result is functional independence. Think about the movements you do without a second thought. Reaching for a glass on a high shelf, turning to close a door, stepping carefully over a rug. These aren't just tasks. They are the building blocks of your freedom. When we maintain these small abilities, we are ensuring that our world stays wide open. Independence is built movement by movement, choice by choice. By focusing on the small things, you keep the big things, your life and your autonomy, firmly in your own hands. Stay capable. Stay wise. This is golden wisdom. How do we know how we're truly doing? In clinical settings, researchers and therapists often use a simple assessment, the chair rise or sit to stand test. It is a window into the health of your lower body. By observing how many times you can safely rise and sit within a set window, or simply noting the ease of the movement, professionals can evaluate your balance, coordination, and strength. But it's important to remember, this isn't a pass or fail exam. Performance varies based on joint health, fitness level, and even the chair itself. If you find the movement requires extra effort or support, it isn't a reason for worry. It's a valuable reason to have a conversation with your healthcare provider or physical therapist. It's a tool for awareness, helping you understand exactly where you are so you can plan where you want to go. Stay capable. Stay wise. This is golden wisdom. Now that we understand the importance of the movement, let's look at how to practice it safely. The sit to stand is highly effective, but form is everything. Start with a stable chair placed firmly against a wall. Sit toward the front half, feet flat and secure on the floor. Lean your torso slightly forward. We call this the nose over toes position. Then, drive through your feet to stand, pausing at the top to stabilize. When you're ready, slowly lower yourself back down with control. Remember, control is far more important than speed. If you're just starting, feel free to use the armrests or a nearby table for support. By practicing this way, you're not just doing an exercise, you're training your body to move with grace and safety. In every part of your day, stay capable, stay wise. This is golden wisdom. Exercise is a powerful tool for capability, but it should never be reckless. It is essential to listen to your body and recognize when to seek professional guidance. If you have significant balance problems, recent injuries, or severe joint pain, consult a healthcare provider before starting. The same applies if you've recently had surgery or have serious cardiovascular concerns. While you practice, stay alert to what your body is telling you. If you feel chest pain, shortness of breath, faintness, or sudden unusual weakness, stop immediately and seek medical attention. Remember, the goal of exercise after 60 isn't to push through pain, it's to make you more capable, not to put you at risk. True wisdom lies in knowing your limits so you can safely expand them. Stay capable, stay wise. This is golden wisdom. The sit to stand is more than just a movement. It represents a much larger concept, functional fitness. You see, the purpose of exercise after 60 isn't about achieving six-pack abs, winning heavy lifting competitions, or desperately trying to look young. It's about something far more vital. It's about the confidence to walk through a crowded market, the strength to travel to new places, and the mobility to get down on the floor and play with your grandchildren. The best exercise is not always the one that makes you look the most impressive in a gym. Sometimes it is the one that helps you keep doing the very things you love. By focusing on how your body serves your life, you shift the goal from appearance to capability. Because in the end, fitness is simply the ability to continue participating in the world on your own terms. Stay capable, stay wise. This is golden wisdom. The chair exercise is a vital doorway, but it is not the entire house. To build a body that truly serves your life, we must look at the bigger picture of physical activity. Healthy aging isn't about one single movement. It's about a varied routine that keeps you adaptable. This includes aerobic activity like a brisk daily walk, light resistance training to maintain muscle, and specific balance and flexibility work to keep you steady. Think of your body as a fine instrument that requires tuning from multiple angles. Whether it's swimming, cycling, or simply dancing in your living room, the goal is to keep your systems engaged. By broadening your practice, you aren't just getting stronger. You are ensuring that your body remains a reliable partner for all the adventures yet to come. Stay capable, stay wise. This is golden wisdom. When we talk about healthy aging, we often talk about living longer. We count the years, the months, the days. But there is another question we must ask ourselves. What do you want to be capable of doing during those years? because longevity without function can feel very different from longevity with independence. The real goal of aging isn't just to reach a certain number on a calendar. It is to arrive there with the ability to engage with the world. Whether it's standing from a chair to walk toward your grandchildren, getting into a car for a long-awaited trip, or simply tending to your garden, these moments are the true measure of health. Function is the currency of your experiences. By focusing on what you want to do, you give your efforts a purpose that transcends simple exercise. Stay capable, stay wise. This is golden wisdom. One day, you may not remember how many workouts you completed, but you may remember that you were strong enough to travel, strong enough to walk with someone you loved, strong enough to get down on the floor and play with your grandchildren, strong enough to stand up and keep going. The goal of exercise after 60 isn't to fight aging, it's to stay capable of living your life. Stay wise, stay strong, and keep saying yes to life. Golden wisdom, growing older, living better.